All right, so we got to write down our steps with multiplying decimals, and it is different than adding and subtracting. So if I were to give you this example, 4.5 or 4 5/10 times 0.23 or 23 hundredths, what's the first thing we have to do? Say that again, what? And what exactly do I want to line up? Do I line up the decimals when multiplying? I line up the numbers. So when I multiply, we are going to line up the numbers, not the decimals. So line up the numbers and not the decimals. So let's do that. We'll put 4.5 on top. And then do we need this 0, guys? No, so I'm going to leave off that 0 and I'm just going to put 0.23 down. I don't need that 0. Any questions about the first step? Okay, what's the next thing that I should do then, Colo? I'm just going to leave them there. I'm just going to leave my decimals there, but if that's what you're used to, you totally can. Okay, what should I do now, Sam? Good, so I'm literally just now going to multiply. So step 2 is multiply. And we're going to multiply like the decimals are not there. So multiply like the decimals are not there. So do it with me, you guys. 3 times 5 is, put that 5 down and the 1 up. 3 times 4 is, plus 1 is. Now I'm done with that 3, so what do I need to put down below? Good, add a 0 below the 5, and then go with the 2. 2 times 5 is, 0 goes down, 1 goes up. 2 times 4 is, 8 plus 1 is. Now what do I do? 5 plus 0 is, 3 plus 0 is, 9 plus 1 is. Questions so far? All right, next step. Step number 3. What's the next thing I need to do, Connor? Excellent. So let's write that down. The amount of numbers behind the decimal is how many numbers need to be after in your answer. The amount of numbers behind the decimal is how many numbers need to be after in your answer. This is always the part students like to mess up. Okay, how many numbers are after my decimal in this problem? Because I have 1 on top and I have 2 on bottom. You have to do them together. And 1 plus 2 is what? So that's why there is 3 numbers after my decimal, which means where should my decimal go? Between what 2 numbers, everyone? Perfect, which means my answer is 1 and 35 thousandths. Questions? All right, let's turn the page. Because we're going to do some more practice problems. So we obviously need to skip and go to the page right behind the word problem page. I wrote comparing and ordering on that page. All right, so let's do some examples. So I'm going to write multiplying decimals. And here's your first example I want you to solve. 8.7 or 8 7/10 times 2.8 or 2 8/10. I'm going to stop